welcome to another fact about herpes that you probably didn't want, but here we are. A common question I get is, how do I tell somebody that I have herpes, especially if it's just a hookup or you meet online kind of thing. I'm going to have to do this in a two-part video because it's different for hookups than it is relationships. So for a relationship, I usually wait until around the third or fourth date, and then I wait until it comes up organically in a conversation about hooking up or me coming over his house, and I say, hey, before we meet up, just have to let you know, I have HSV1, I've had it for 7 years, it's been blank amount of time since my last outbreak. It's not something I really think about on a daily basis, but I'm here to answer any questions that you may have, any concerns you may have. Please run them by me. I know a lot about it. I've done a shit ton of research on it, and it's just something I need to disclose before I sleep with you. I use HSV instead of herpes because it's less of a stigma with that word, even though it means the same thing. And I get a lot. Okay, this is part 2 of telling someone you have herpes. This is the hookup version. So usually with hookups, you usually talk to someone online and you're like running back and forth, sending nudes or whatever the hell you guys do when you are talking about hookup culture. And then I usually wait until before I meet up with them. I usually do it in a text message form, so I have written proof that I told them. Use the same format as I did with the other one. Hey, just have to let you know I have HSV1, blah, 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 blah. I usually do not tell them in person because hookups tend to be a little bit more mean about it. Also, I don't want it to be one of the situations where they just so want to have sex, they'll do it anyway and then blame you for whatever happens later. So I like to do it a day before. This way it's all calm and collected and it's not anything that's rushed into and they have time to think about it before they do it, because it is their choice. And every time you tell someone, you need to be accepting of the fact that they may reject you, and that's okay. It's up to them. And it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make them a bad person. They're okay to reject you. Sorry, there's a part 3 because I'm stuck getting to my point quickly, but you may get rejected, yes, but I will tell you that in the 7 years that I have had it, and I became a slut after I got herpes, unlike the regular stigma of being a slut before herpes. After herpes was when I started going through my hoe phase, because I'm in my mid-20s at that point. I've only really been rejected 3 times, and usually they were all really good about it. I have been ghosted a couple times on Tinder or a dating app, but nothing crazy. And for the most part, people are okay with it, especially if you explain it to them, run down the risks and everything that goes on, and work at their comfort level. So confidence is key. Be confident about it. You're a good person. You're a wonderful person regardless of whatever your STD status is. And know your worth. And don't ever settle for anything less. People will be okay with it. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. And it's something that someone is willing to work around. So don't stress about it. It is what it is.